You guys hear this?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Alright, Outfield, I promise I'm gonna get a new theme song. I can't keep using the Ghost theme song. But we're gonna use it again for today.
Have to live with it. Nah, fuck that. Nah, you gonna have to live with it.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's up?
All right. We are back in the studio today. This is the GR-MiFi Creative Cast, and today we have a new guest. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Of course. Hello, everyone. I'm Miguel Hernandez. I was born in Grand Rapids, but I wasn't raised here. So I'm not even from here or from there. I'm just someone who's hanging around in the city, and I think I'm falling in love again with Grand Rapids. And thank you guys for inviting me. And really means a lot to be in a place like this, like in a place that supports a lot the community, a place that is really in love with their community as well and their city. And yeah, thank you guys.
Hey, I appreciate you having here.
Welcome.
And also we got Kuzari right here on my left,
1 2 1 2.
you have the infamous.
My name is Kenny Acker. This is
go.
my third time being here. I'm glad to be back. Thanks for having me back.
Man, he's bringing everybody.
I'm trying.
I
Left
appreciate
and right,
it, man.
left and right, week by week, just someone.
Right.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
you guys network
Good
people,
people, good people.
and he brings that back
I'm
to
making
you.
Yeah.
I'm making it.
I love that. No, I really appreciate it. No, you have no idea. It means a lot to me that you keep bringing people. And everyone that you've brought so far is just great. And I feel like you're already great too, man. I love your energy.
No, I love it.
Yeah. What did you say when you first came in here? Just from our producer.
Oh, I love her sweatshirt. Her sweatshirt was so dope. Like, I loved it. That was the first thing. But also, I heard so many good things about you guys.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
I got so hyped up.
Yeah. Mainly from Kenny.
From Kenny and Omar too.
Yeah.
Shout out
Okay.
Omar.
That's
Shout
what's
out
up.
Omar.
Both of them. Shout out Omar.
Yo.
So.
No,
Yeah.
I heard that you guys were like. So first thing they tell me, bro, we were in a podcast and you got the headphones on. And it's like, wow. That's the first thing I heard.
That's what Omar said. Omar,
That's what Omar
yeah.
said.
That's hilarious. that's the thing.
It's like,
that
you can hear your voice, but they told me like that you guys had such a great energy, that you guys make everyone feel so comfortable, and man, I can feel it even right now. It just feels like you can express yourself very easily in this environment.
That's what's up. That's
Yeah.
that's what I want. That's my goal here.
Absolutely.
As a creative director, it's really important for me to craft a space that feels like warm and inviting to creatives. Because I wish I had this space years ago. So I feel definitely blessed to be in this building, and so first of all, once again, thanks for coming in here today.
Of course, man.
And you're a filmmaker, actor. I heard you've done some acting in the past. Tell me what's your creative history and what are you focusing on now?
Yeah. So everything. So do you want to start from really beginning?
Yeah, go ahead.
Really the
Let's do it.
beginnings?
Yeah,
Okay.
I want to learn about you, man.
The
So,
whole
yeah.
shebang, man.
The whole
I was.
You was born, and
So there's this hospital and.
Right, no.
No. I was born here in Grand Rapids. I was raised the first 5 years of my life on Wyoming. Well, that's not Grand Rapids, but yeah, I had family in Grand Rapids. I still have family here. And when I was 5 years old, my parents decided to move to Mexico and raise me over there. Me and my brother were raised in Morelia, Michoacan, more specifically.
Okay.
And I went there when I was 5 years old. I was literally so young that I forgot how to speak English. I forgot about the culture. I forgot a lot of things, and I fall in love with this country really easily because of how warm it was, like how many family I had over there. I didn't even realize that. Like first time I got to Mexico, there was a party with like probably 200 cousins and aunts.
That's
And they're like-
amazing.
Yeah, it was amazing, man.
yeah.
So that for a kid was like, wow. Like, okay,
Yeah.
this is probably my home too. And then I studied elementary over there. I studied middle school as well. But since I was a kid, I always loved movies. Like, literally, I have so many memories of myself organizing VHS movies to watch them through the whole day. Like that was my hobby as a kid. Like we will go to Goodwill and I'll be like looking just for the movies, like looking for them. My mom used to tell me this. Like I didn't like toys as much.
Yeah.
Like I like to go and see the DVDs and the VHSs. So I think movies was always a big part of me. Also team working. Like I always loved playing with my friends and organizing games, like role play games between us. For example, like we would like to pretend that we were Alvin and the Chipmunks together.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, bro. And that we were giving concerts or like.
That's funny. Me and my best friend, we would. Me and my best friend and his cousin would be like the Temptations and stuff. And back in the day, we used to do the little dances. So that's funny that that reminded me of that. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, bro. And so anyway, I got this thing since I was a kid. And then in Mexico, pretty similar things. Like I will watch a bunch of movies over there. And then I get to high school and COVID hits. Is when COVID gets to me. I'm in my junior year of high school.
Man, you're young. How old are you?
I'm 19, bro.
Dang. Keep going.
I'm in my junior year. Yeah.
That's when you do the records. Bro.
Wait a second. So anyway, I get to high school and COVID hits, and I never thought of coming back. Actually, like I was so submersed and like in the country and the culture on school over there, my friends, whatever. But when COVID hit and when everyone needed to stay in their houses and whatever, like it was a time for me to actually think about things. Think about who I wanted to be in the future as well. Like the system over there is a little bit different than here, where when you're in high school, you got to start thinking about ways to survive right after, because there's not many people who actually got the chance to go to college, and it's not really easy to get a job like here where you can actually. There's a lot of people who can survive with like a common job over here, and that doesn't exist in Mexico, or it's not that easy to find. So kids over there from high school, they start looking for opportunities as soon as they're in their sophomore year. They're already having jobs, or they're already like thinking about their own businesses and how they can build their own opportunities. So COVID hits, and it's the time where I start thinking like, okay, what do I have in my life? What are the opportunities that I have? And also like I start thinking about my passions, whatever. And it was such a life-changing experience, just being at my house and needing to deal with needing to handle the change of pandemic, and just being at home so much and online school, whatever. That so many feelings got together in the same time and at the same place. And is where I discovered my creative self, or like my like quote unquote artistic
voice
version of
and your passion.
Yeah.
So like I'm assuming you like you spend a lot of time with yourself, so you're thinking internally about what you want to do with your life. And
exactly.
And so were you watching a lot of movies? What were you doing? How did you
find that niche?
What like lit a fire under you? What inspired you to like, all right, I really gotta like take a step and take a chance?
I remember the exact moment actually when that happened. it wasn't as much movies at that time.
Mm-hmm.
It was more video games.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know if you guys know The Last of Us.
Oh yeah, love The Last of Us.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
I was playing The Last of Us at that time, and I was playing God of War. Bro.
That's like one of my favorite games of all time.
Yeah,
My bad. Go ahead.
No, you're good, man. It's such a good game. It's such a good game. Like the fact that you guys like The Last of Us is like, okay, I'm in the right spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like that's peak.
Yeah,
You know?
Yeah, it is
for
peak,
sure.
bro.
It's like almost as good as those sandwiches. Like,
Exactly.
literally.
It's close.
Yeah. Did we talk about the sandwiches? Yeah.
What does that tell you about them that they love that game?
Oh, what was that?
What does that tell you about them? That
Oh.
they love that game.
That they have good taste. They have really good taste for art.
We're men of culture.
Definitely.
Definitely. No, they have. You guys have. I bet you guys have good taste, and I
Yeah.
know I'm in the good spot. Whatever. It wasn't as much movies, but it was more video games. It was also God of War, Uncharted. Is where I actually got time to sit down and play as much as I wanted to.
Yeah,
And
no, and just from our producer for context, those are all like very narrative driven stories. They're very highly produced movie like video games, and the characters are very complex and like they show a lot of emotion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly, man. Like
Yeah.
those video games are the ones that, like, I'm a highly defender that video games are also art.
Yeah,
Mm.
I think it's the ultimate medium. I feel like,
Yeah.
you know.
What do you think? What do you guys
Definitely.
think about that?
Video games?
Yeah.
I mean, you want to go first?
Sure, I'll go. So, I mean, I've loved video games since I was a child. I've made my own little video games. I've been doing like 3D animation and art since I was a child. Like I really wanted to like make video games and then work like at Pixar. That's all I wanted to do when I was young. And
Pixar, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to do when I was a kid. So like, and I mean, later on, I decided not to like actually fully go into game development, but I think like with video games in particularly, I think it's just such an amazing medium because it, just like a movie, it requires thousands of people to make the thing happen. It's almost a miracle that games exist in itself because they're so complex to make.
Yeah.
And then you're working on something for 3+ years. And then the games that we love the most, like God of War, Last of Us, those are 7 to 10 year developments.
Yeah.
And to think that you work on something for 10 years and then it finally comes out and then it just takes the world by storm, and it's just so cool. Like it's just kind of hard to put all the words I would say that video games is just the ultimate art form, because one, you create these worlds and then you get to interact with them and
with the world, right?
right.
It's,
Yeah. It's like it's what your dreams are made of, literally.
basically.
Yeah.
Do you guys dream on third person as well? Like
Third person?
like you playing, like when you're dreaming, you see yourself like a video game character or not?
Have I ever had a third person dream? That's actually a good question.
That's a great question, actually.
I don't think I ever had a third person dream.
No.
Nah.
No, I could say I have.
I mean, I felt like, okay.
I remember my dream sometime, like vividly.
I had,
That's weird.
I would say like, I've had like an astral projection type of moment
Okay.
where like I saw myself in my bed.
Okay.
I mean, but that was like, I died. Like I technically died. Well, I got long time
You're a
ago.
ghost? It's like,
Yeah, right? Is it ghost right now?
Well, a long time ago, I had a stroke.
oh,
Not stroke. I had a seizure, and I was like in a pseudo light coma, and like I would see myself in the bed.
What?
And then I saw like people come visit me,
What?
and that was like really weird.
Damn, that's
I
crazy.
feel like that's like weird isn't the right word. It's like profound.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it
the
was
word.
weird in the
Wow.
moment, but yeah,
Yeah.
no, it was looking back at
Wow.
it was a very crazy time in my life.
And
Yeah.
did you ever? Do you remember the people that you saw?
Yeah, like I had like, cause like I scared everybody in my life. So like saw my family. I had like 4 ex-girlfriends come visit me, and like it was a lot.
Oh, yeah, I remember this story.
Yeah, I told you.
No, yeah,
But
Yeah.
what about you, man? What do you think about?
no. I
video
mean,
games?
video games. I mean, obviously, if you want to create a world, you can just do that with the video game. I mean, we've done seen it all. I can't even tell how far, like, further they could do anything now as far as video games besides putting us actually in it, whether it's AR or VR type of stuff. But as far as even movies, I mean, movies I feel like are kind of, well, they're making live action movies based off video games now because that's the one thing that attracts everyone. So the perfect example was The Last of Us. It started off as a game, right? Then we get the live action, and people are.
It's such a recent game.
Yeah. So, and it kind of isn't really. Like it kind of came out with the PS. We've gone through what
PS3,
three game systems. You know.
Yeah.
Before, right.
Yeah. So that's probably like what, 12, 13 years
I think
ago?
I was in
I think it was
high school?
2013.
middle school.
Oh,
It's been a while, dude.
So-
It's been a while. People
yeah,
are just
so I was
catching
in-
on to that.
Yeah, I was in high school when that game came out.
Yeah. I must have
I wasn't even born. No,
hey, I'm not that old now.
not that far. Not that far.
But no, yeah, video games are just the wave, man. I think ultimately, even for movies, I think video games might be their future as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, like, movies, TV shows and movies
TV
are
shows. I was gonna mention
like
that.
those are like being created now with like The Mandalorian was used on a virtual set. The worlds were all made in Unreal Engine,
Yeah.
right? And that was the background pieces. So it's only a matter of time before
I'm saying, bro.
we're sitting in some kind of weird virtual,
Yep.
hologrammed,
Yeah, bro. Like I was talking about that with my little brother. Well, he's not that little anymore. I think he's a little bit taller than me.
he a little man.
Yeah,
now.
a little big man.
Little big man.
The GTA 6 trailer came out.
Yeah.
And he's like, bro, you literally submersed in a fake reality. You literally submersed in a
Simulation.
in Florida with asteroids. Like you basically can live there and you can experience the story in it. You can use social media. Well, it's not confirmed, but you can see social media there.
Yeah.
Art.
just about as real as you can get.
Yeah.
You guys get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
like,
it's
yeah,
like
no,
they
it's
literally
crazy.
everything in life you can do in GTA pretty
Yeah.
much, right? You can, you
And
can
then some.
and then some, literally, yeah. And so it's dope, and I mean it's cool, but it's also weird at the same time because it's like dystopian.
It is dystopian, for
because it's like, okay, we're not living our lives anymore. We're living our lives virtually, like The Sims. Like we're just, you know what I mean? But I feel like we're kind of going off a tangent. I really wanted to.
No, I think this is a cool thing. I like
No,
it.
it's fantastic. But I want to hear more about your life, and so you said like, okay, you're spending all this time with yourself.
Yeah.
You're playing video games, you're feeling inspired, and you want to be more creative. You want to have a more creative life. And so, what is some of the first creative things you started to do?
I think the first creative things I started to do, I think school helped a lot because of these fun projects that teachers will give us, like make a commercial video for something, and this will be your literature assignment, or like make a little music video for, let's say, how do you call? Sorry guys, I don't know these terms in English. This table in chemistry,
Periodic table.
yeah, do a music about that. Do a song about that, and you guys need to do a music video, whatever. That was actually one of my projects.
Now, was that for like school or college?
It was school. It was literally middle school.
Middle school. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's really interesting that they added that media component, video component to your school, such at a young age. That's really cool.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
totally agree. I think like school should focus on that more because that really sparks people's talent. Like
Okay.
if you diversify the assignments that you give to your students, you're probably gonna find more geniuses between you.
So would you say you had a lot of teachers who helped you inspire? Do you have any teachers specifically
totally.
that inspired you in
Oh
middle
yeah.
school or high school?
It's deep. Listen, y'all.
Yeah, his name is Professor Sinsun. He's the number one. He's the GOAT for me. Just his energy. I think I copy the way he expresses himself too. Every time he will come to the classroom, like I swear, I don't know if I can do this. I can say this in the podcast though, but no, I'll rather skip it though. But every time he was so energetic. He always had like and not even a fake smile, like a real smile. You could feel his enthusiasm in the room. Like every student will wake up when he was in the room.
He
like,
had his infectious energy.
Yeah. And like how he bring everyone together in a team, like. He will communicate with each student. How are you feeling with your team? Or like he will care about everyone. And just his energy was something that I really admire every time. Like even really boring topics sometimes during a history class, like that will be so boring with other teachers. He will make them interesting somehow. He had like a power. That was a teacher that really low-key kind of changed the way I express myself. But also in 5th grade, I had like a really good teacher that showed me what discipline meant. And I think after that, it really sparked something on me because I used to be really naughty, like really, really naughty. Like my grades were always bad. But this teacher talked to me some way that I said, no, I gotta change this. And since then I took school more seriously. I don't take it as serious now. But yeah, I think that's my relationship with school. But getting back to the creative side of things, during pandemic, as I was saying, I remember the moment that I knew I wanted to express myself in a deeper way was I was making homework. I was making homework for, I don't even know what class was it, but I remember it was at night. I had some music in the back, and I was doing my homework, automatic homework, that type of homework that you don't even need to think about it, like you copying a text or something, whatever. It's the type of homework that you can have something in the background and the homework will like not be affected. Somehow the music in the back and like the relaxing moment of the night, everything got together, that something sparked on me, and I said, wow, I've been living all this change experience, I've been living all this pandemic life, like, and now I'm used to it. Somehow I accepted it. Somehow I'm one with this change and I'm dealing with it. I was complaining about this life. I was so mad about being an online school, and look at me now. Somehow I learned how to deal with it. I feel like since I was a kid, I was always in really big situations that didn't depend on me, that involve a lot of change. Like when I was 5 years old, I moved to Mexico. When I was like 6, I moved from my neighborhood. Like I was always being changed somehow because of the way my parents were moving me. So I feel like change has played a big role in my life, where it's always there. Like change, somehow I appreciate change in a deeper way personally. And I said, I want to express this. I want to express this experience. I want to talk about this acceptance speech that I lived in pandemic. So there's, with the music in the back, I said, I want to make a music video about this experience. Okay. And there's where, with nothing, literally, I think it was an iPhone 5. Yeah, it was my dad's iPhone 5. I told, like, me and my little brother, I wrote a script. Like, I didn't even know how to make a film. All I did was like on school. So I started making research on YouTube. So I learned how to do a shot list. I learned how to do a script. I learned how to I learned how to shoot. I knew about angles. I knew about all this film theory through YouTube. And I made this little music video called Adapt. It's on YouTube if you guys want to look it up. The song is called I Can Handle Change from Roar. And I still watch that video, and even if I cringe, I see all the love that I invested. And I'm like,
I love that.
I'm proud because I did that.
That's cool.
And since then, I haven't stopped. Since then, like after I did the video, my cousin, shout out to Rico, he was also involved. He was the creative director of this last short film we directed. He said, man, you need to come. You need to come back with the place that you were from, and you see you can find a lot of opportunities here. And yeah, I like coming here literally changed my life, and I'm really grateful with the city. To be honest,
How long have you been here since you've been back?
It's gonna be almost 3 years already.
3 years?
I've been here
Okay.
2 years and a half. I moved here June 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so June 2024 is gonna be 3 years already.
Okay.
Yeah, I was still 16 when
Okay.
I came here.
That's what's up, man. And thank you for sharing that story because like
Yeah, it was awesome.
so like one thing that I say that and you're not even that young, but I like being around young people. And I'm only 8 years old, but I feel 55. My knees feel 55.
Tell it.
But like you helped me remember why I started being creative in the first place. And it's one of those things where like, you know, like, cause I have those moments where like, cause I was a kid, like my parents didn't let me leave the house or go out anywhere cause they knew I was going to get in trouble. So I was just stuck in the house and I would have like moments like that where I'm just either doing my homework or I'm doing something. I'm just chilling around the house and it usually starts with music.
Yeah.
Right? Cause that music goes in the background and I start to daydream or I start to wonder and you know, and then out of nowhere, I'm just thinking like, oh, like, what if I like draw like like what if I draw like Piccolo and Goku fused together? Like, you know what I mean? Like
I'm gonna sell this on eBay.
right, you know, like and then I'll just start drawing. Or if I'm like,
That's
what if I
cool.
do this, you know, do that. And it's just like just that natural like you know, that natural like creativity that just kind of comes out of you at the most random moments and you just act.
Yeah.
You know. And you know, and you start to make something, and then you're proud of yourself, and it's just for you. It's not for anybody else. It's just for you. And I feel like when we get old, the older we get, you know, it's we kind of like compare ourselves to other people too much, and we try to make things to get seen and go viral, but we stop making things for ourselves. And so like it just kind of reminded me. You know, I'm trying to think of like one of the very first videos I've ever made. I think one of the very first videos that I made was just like me and my friends. Me and my friends shot this fake like fight scene at our high school, and I just had my friend who was like 7 feet tall throw me around. At some lockers.
And that was the video.
And that was the video.
I gotta see this, Joe. I gotta see this.
But yeah, sorry for interrupting, but it feels like we don't have Kenny here. How do you start it, man?
No, yeah,
Like,
I feel like I talked
everything
about it a little
started?
bit last week.
Oh, you did?
Right?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't
Oh,
know.
sorry.
You know what I mean?
What's new?
What's
like,
new?
What's new?
I mean,
Man,
What you guys
I'm a
working
week
on
older.
now?
Any
Oh,
answers you want to change from last?
I don't remember what I
Yeah.
said last week. I was kind of.
no, I don't remember what you said last week either. But I
let's
guess
take a break. We'll go grab the video real quick. Come back and refresh.
which is me. But you know, I guess like, is there a project that you remember that you started when you were young? Is there anything that like you had a moment and you just felt inspired to make something? What's your earliest memory that you have?
Yeah, no, I don't know. I feel like I have like a similar kind of experience. I guess my background is like I was born. I don't know if I said this part, like my beginnings, but I was born in Japan because my dad was in the Navy, and then we moved to Italy, and then we moved to Illinois, and then we moved here.
Boy.
And I was 10.
Boy, that's
It's crazy.
Yeah, you mentioned that, but not in the podcast.
yeah. No, yeah.
Cat's out the bag. That's what it is.
Yeah.
But yes, I feel like I relate a lot to like the change thing. Like you saying that actually resonates a lot. And it makes a lot of sense. It's like, because I think during the pandemic, like I had the same kind of experience. Like this isn't so bad, and that's I think it's just like out of like fortune. Like I wasn't affected so much, and the people around me weren't affected so much. But it's like, yeah, this isn't so bad. We just go with the flow and like make the most of it, I guess. But no, like my earliest memory, I think when I was a kid, I used to play with Legos a lot.
Hey,
And like, 'cause like you know,
Yes, no, I know. As soon as you said it, bro, it popped in my head, bro.
but I used to. So I think I remember writing like scripts and then acting out like the story with the Legos.
With the Legos.
And that was kind of I would tie that to like eventually it became film, like it blossomed into film.
Yeah.
But it's like having like that
Yeah.
physical thing that you can see,
Uh-huh.
and, like telling a story through that, and then
Yeah.
you're like you're doing it for yourself, like you were
Mhm.
saying, Dave.
Yeah.
It's like nobody else. Well, I would do it for my parents too. And
Yeah.
I appreciate that they would sit there
Yeah,
and watch me do that.
Right. You're just like,
It's like watch this, and then I'm like, I got the script. It's like you can't even read what it says. It's like,
Right.
yeah, that's cool. We're gonna sit here for 30 minutes, and I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
No, they for
so-
sure did, and I think that's huge.
Yeah.
So-
I really
yeah.
appreciate that. But yeah. So I would say that's probably like the earliest thing, and then I don't know. I feel like I did video like here and there, like throughout high school.
Mhm.
Just because I used to watch YouTube a lot, just like when like the YouTubers were all like moving to LA,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
all the vloggers and stuff. I used to keep up with that.
I remember
So I
that.
was-
That was a
Mhm.
a lot
Right?
of them.
That was like
Everybody
an
was,
era.
Everybody.
yeah, it was a
That was
whole
like
era.
Little
Yeah.
minute,
Yeah.
But, so I was trying to be like that. That was like low key
Yeah.
like the blueprint. So I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, I'm gonna do this. So then I try to like do vlogs. Like I do vlogs with my friends, or we're doing like I remember we had like a basketball thing in high school. It was like a
Mhm.
student staff thing. So we would do like a hype
high
up
school?
video
What high school?
for a city
City?
high.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. For EK? No,
EK.
it wasn't. No, but so like I don't know. I think here and there like video was always like constantly popping up, and then
Right.
it kind of clicked like last year. I guess I talked about this last week,
Right.
but like last year is finally when it clicked, and I was like, okay, let me take this seriously. And it's been really cool. I think it's going really well so far. But
That's great.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's
it's
up.
been nice.
So
Yep.
What about you, Kazari?
Man, the earliest time, man, actually, I had my own show, actually.
Oh, you
No
did?
way.
It sure did, actually. Shout out to Shara and Trayvon. Those are my big cousins.
Hey.
They started it. Well, Trayvon started, but Shara did the editing and stuff. She was always Frivolous. Shara is the rapper. That's who she is. I will
Oh,
get
the
her-
one that you showed me.
Yeah, I will get her here at some point. She
Yeah.
just got done with a Week Fest concert like last Thursday.
Yeah, her
or
music's
something.
dope. Yeah.
But I don't even remember. Like, we used to just film everything. We used to just create stuff out like
that's what's
out
up.
of nothing. The last video I can remember vividly was it was like a scary movie. I forgot what the video game we kind of based it off of. I think it was the Witch's Castle or something, kind of mixed with like a Luigi's Mansion type of vibe.
Yeah.
And we were trying to film that, but unfortunately we didn't finish it. But that's the last one I kind of remember. Or there's one more. There was one we kind of did a movie based off Naruto. And we created our own like jutsu or ninjutsus, and we had a battle, me and my cousin.
Yeah.
That's like one of the episodes episodes I remember vividly. But I think that's kind of where it started. I've always had the creative nature in me. It's kind of always been there, but I never thought about it like that until
Right.
recently.
Right.
It's like, oh, it's been there all along type of thing.
Somehow
Right.
we born with it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think everyone has something in them that
For sure.
is like, it's whether they realize it or not.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
And but when we have a space like this, I think it's one that helps bring it out of people.
Exactly.
Then they realize it, and they're like, oh, I want more of this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because at first it's just kind of natural, right? I mean, you think of like you just kind of do things naturally, and then it's just when we get older. Because like I remember, because like for instance, like now, like I have to think about when I draw, but when I was a kid, I would just draw for
It was
hours.
100% instinct.
I just
Basically.
draw for hours, or if I was bored, I would just go in the backyard and start playing Ninja. Like I just wouldn't But it's just kind of different as we get older. And Kazar, how old were you around that time? Do you remember?
I had to have been 12, maybe even younger. I mean, I'm trying to remember how many episodes we actually had. It was quite a few. They have the DVD somewhere locked on a hard drive or something.
Man.
Or like,
It'll be cool.
Or like-
It's so
Yeah,
cool to see that.
yeah,
Yeah,
I really
get
need
those.
to find them and
Yeah.
really go back, and maybe I can bring it in one day. We can
Yeah.
check it out. Or
You got like
What's
5
up?
seasons. They're like
it's like 3. I want to say 3. But I can't remember exactly
That's hilarious.
everything we did, but it was just kind of like one of those instincts things, whatever we thought was cool at
Yeah.
the moment. But yeah,
You mentioned Naruto, man. I'm really intrigued by that. I'm not a big
Yeah.
fan of it,
Uh-huh.
but my brother, he's like the #1 anime fan. He watched everything in front of me, even if I wasn't paying attention. Like I know the name of a lot of characters.
Yeah, you just hear it. You just know.
I just hear it.
Yeah.
But how that come? Do you always like anime?
bro,
and
I
still
grew
like
up
it?
with it. So
Okay.
the first day the episode was on, I was already watching it. Same thing with my cousins, the friends I had back then. We all were just into it. It was just kind of like a generational thing almost.
Sick.
Yeah.
Any other anime you like?
Right now, I'm watching this High School of Elite. I'm even getting my mom into it, and she's hooked.
What?
She's one of those people who was like, I will never watch that, like anything anime. She's just like, no, I won't.
Yeah.
But I'm showing her that right now, and she's like, yo,
She
this
hooked.
is
Did she get
actually
hooked?
really
Yeah.
fire.
Is she
Good.
watching it on original? Is she watching it on Japanese, or is it like?
Well, she wanted it to hear in English because
Of
she said she
course.
can't keep up with the subtitles.
Yeah,
She's
that's
like, She's like,
understandable.
Yeah.
it's hard. I'm
Yeah.
like, not really. If you
Yeah, I've been trying to get my dad into anime forever. I finally got him to watch anime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's watched Blue Eye Samurai. It's it's a thing on Netflix. It's a really my dad, we would watch martial arts films all the time when I was young. So like that's all me and my dad would watch. So
Like
that was
Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee,
Always,
Jackie
always,
Chan.
man.
You know,
Jet Li.
Yeah, Jet Li. What's that one white
Donnie
dude that be
Yen.
doing
Oh,
the splits? What's his name?
Van Damme.
Yeah, Van Damme. John
Yeah.
Van
I heard that
Damme.
name in a minute.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's all we. So I got him to watch Blue Eye Samurai. I was like, this is the only way he gonna watch this if there's some ninjas or some kung fu fighting in here. So, but that's a really dope show if you guys haven't seen it.
Yeah.
But
Goes to the list for sure.
Yeah,
yeah, man. Thank you for sharing, Kazari.
no problem.
So I would say what I want to end this podcast on is I would like to hear more. And remind me your name one more time.
Miguel
Miguel.
Last name?
Hernandez.
Miguel
Yep.
Hernandez.
Yeah.
What are some of your creative goals for this year? If you were to give me like a 6-month goal and then like a 3-month goal.
Yeah, creative goals. I don't have a lot, and I think that's a good thing because I want to focus on the little amount that I have and actually achieve them, I guess. I wanna finally finish my movie. I really want to start documenting my daily life. I think that's an art itself, and support other artists. I think through my art, through my support, through my energy, whatever it needs to do to make this city more shining in the arts, I guess. I want to support other people, no matter what type of art is it, no matter if it's dancing, no matter if it's singing, no matter if it's the most unrecognizable type of art. I just want to support people who have really similar values to me, and I think those are my goals, to be honest. Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell me more about this film? Is something that you've been writing for a while, or you started shooting already?
Yeah, we finishing editing it actually.
Oh, hey, that's what's up.
We
Okay.
picture locked it last week. Yeah, we did the picture
Hey.
lock.
You help too?
Yes, I was a cinematographer.
Yeah, tell them.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
Is that the one?
Volador.
Volador,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you guys
you.
saw the trailer. Yeah,
You wrote that.
yeah. I got long hair now, bro. But yeah.
Oh, dude, that's
Yeah.
hey. I'm happy to meet you, bro.
Yo,
Holy
yo.
shit.
No,
Yeah.
no, thank you,
That's
man.
dope.
I'm glad to meet you too, guys.
Okay. Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a great experience. It was a quick writing experience. No, it was actually wasn't that quick. It was like, I think 3 months of writing. It was a co-writing process where there was 3 writers, Tessa, the co-director, Rico Padilla, my cousin, me, and also the co-DP Nash. Man, I can go hours and hours. I don't know how much you want me to tell me about the project.
But yeah. I mean, it's okay. But yeah, man. I'm just happy to actually meet you, man.
If you guys want to support this project or want to hear more about it, you guys can look up Rice Pictures on Instagram or my profile Massart04. Also your Instagram.
I'm the Kenny Acker on Instagram.
There you go.
Okay.
But we got
Okay.
we got like a series coming out, like a behind the scenes series.
Okay.
It's gonna when we set a date for the actual like premiere, we're gonna start rolling out those.
Let us know because
Yeah.
we'll help you promote those.
A little bit about the
Thank you.
project though is the synopsis is, as I was saying at the beginning, I think change has played a huge role in my life, and I think when I make my first movie or if one day I make like a first big
Like a feature.
feature piece. I think I'm gonna talk about change. I think it's probably in another level or in another context, but I think change is something that I really love in my life. But basically, we follow the story of this 20-year-old photographer who's been living 3 years already in Grand Rapids and who's been trying to pursue this artistic life of becoming a professional photographer. At the same time, he's working in a part-time job for Supermercados Mexico as a cashier. And
I know where that's at.
Yeah, he's really in this struggle if he should stay here, if he should not. Like, his photos is not getting him anywhere. He has some really good friends, some really good spirits around him. And through just the journey, he goes through a lot of struggles where he's probably thinking of going back, of probably not staying here in the U.S., and it's just an acceptance speech of how he falls in love with this reality, where he gets himself out of adversity, and through his photography, he learns how to fall in love with this reality, how to actually see deeper on his art and see deeper into his friendships. I just wanted to make a love letter to this place and to these people who are around me, basically.
That's amazing, man. Well,
thank you.
I can't wait to actually see it
For sure.
and we'll how do I win? I'm sorry.
No,
It's a wrap.
it's a wrap.
No, thank you for coming.
We'll be hearing
Thank
more
you.
from you.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
thank you guys. Thank you.
Thank you for coming in today.
Of course. It was so fun.
All right, man. We're out.